out
It is
here,
good.
man.
Yeah.
It's nice out here the last couple of days. Feels like
getting it
prime
ready
time,
for
summertime.
Yeah, getting the weather ready for my return back to the east. That's good. As soon as I get back, it'll be raining and it'll be all humidity, everything. Yesterday, speaking of traveling, yesterday I went to get I had to get my passport stuff taken care of over at the Federal Building in L.A., fellas. And
Why are you leaving the country? Hold on.
No, I didn't say where I was going. I just said I got to get my stuff ready. Now, calm down. I didn't say I was going anywhere. I just said I'm going to be getting my stuff together.
Wait a minute.
But they I walk up, and so the security, the police, the people there, they make sure everything under control. They was like, "Oh, Keyshawn Johnson," the whole deal. They was like, "Oh." Then they started having barbershop talk. They were betting on the 2-on-2. I told y'all they were gonna win. It was easy. And then I said, "What you mean?" He was like, "Man, this fool over here, Officer so-and-so, tried to tell me that Hahn and Bart was gonna get y'all, and they taking
money.
bets. They literally was betting on our 2-on-2 game, which
they
I
want some
thought was
easy money.
fascinating.
The
Easy
bigger,
money.
The bigger bet was Max on the free throw, by the way, and it's great every time I watch the clip of Max. Who's like, I'm going to shoot it with my eyes closed. And you just hear me yell, no, keep your damn eyes open. And he misses it, Key. Wait, Key, he misses it. And then this is the best part. When he misses it, he starts walking over to the sideline. Key, we talk about, when somebody's at an interview and after their team has done poorly and they don't want to take any accountability, like, well, he was hurt, and start pointing. Max was like, well, you just see him
pointing everywhere but myself. Look at the fingers go everywhere.
You can imagine how many people was betting on all of it, though, across the country that we don't know, but people making their little barbershop bets. Oh, man, them dudes going to win. The funniest thing that you didn't notice in the clip after he shot the free throw, when we look at it next time, look at number 19 walk by him. Didn't acknowledge him at all.
You didn't talk to him?
I just noticed
Actually, the best part.
I just looked at him and rolled my eyes and walked away.
The best part was if you listen to, someone got the sound where Key's like, I think he's going to hit it. And then he looks at me and he goes, no. He goes, Jay, the genes alone.
Genes alone.
He said, Jay, the genes alone.
Wait, I need Pat Casello, our producer. Pat, you keep saying this number, and it blows our mind. 460,000 views, Key, not on our game, on Max's free throw. And I really need a little bit. Pat, can you please tell me some of the comments, some of the PG comments? I need to hear it.
Leave that dude alone.
No, he's open for it.
Perfect form. This is Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, presented by Progressive Insurance. Yeah,
we changed the form seconds before the shot. Your first form was like this. You had the ball on the back of the. You had your hand
because
on
it's
the
almost
back of the ball.
that's how MJ used to shoot it. You
No,
almost
it's
like
not how
block your
MJ
own. You almost like block your own shot, and
That's
then you.
not how MJ shot it at all.
Yeah.
This is Keyshawn Johnson, J. Will, and Max, presented by Progressive
There you go.
Insurance. Coming to you live from above the Heineken River deck at Pier 17.
There it is.
The great thing, Max, is that there's a basketball game that's going to be going
There you
on
are,
tomorrow.
Key. Way to bring us back.
And it's going to be the Boston Celtics along facing the Golden
genes
State
alone.
Warriors.
Can't have too much fun on the morning show.
Draymond Green. Listen to what he had to say on the Draymond Green show.
Nobody's paying to watch this stuff to see guys get thrown out of the game and you not see the game you want to watch. And so I understand and agree. Yes, if there is something egregious, I'm going to get thrown out. As we know, nobody's sparing me. I never goes into it or after my first tech, oh, man, I got to tread carefully or walk lightly just to stay in the game. Because if I'm going to tread carefully and walk lightly, then I may as well get thrown out anyway, because that's not going to help my team win. So I have to be me.
I hear what Draymond's saying, but I hate when people speak in absolutes. You know what I mean? Well, this is just who I am. I'm like, well, okay, you do have to be diligent.
No,
or
you don't.
somewhat. Man,
No,
look.
he don't.
Okay.
No, he don't.
So
You got to be who he is, Jay.
I know. Listen to me, Key, on this one. So when you get your first tech, I'm not asking you to be less than who you are. I am asking you to be more aware. You have to be more aware of what situations you put yourself in. Because when I look at your stat line, for a guy that took 3 shots, you are the most important player on the court for the Golden State Warriors to a degree. Because you let your team in minutes, You lay your team in assist, and you are the engine that keeps everything going. And we need your intensity on the floor. If Draymond Green gets kicked out of a game for a second tech, we're not going to have a legit shot to win the game. That can hurt us in games moving forward. So I just need you to be a little bit more aware, Dre. Just more aware.
And I understand what you're saying, but he is very mindful of everything that takes place with himself. He's not. This is not a dude that is just. No. Okay, so 1 minute he got one of the highest basketball IQs that ones have ever seen. He's one of the smartest players that one has ever seen. Now you're gonna tell me that he's not mindful of everything that he's doing?
Yes, because that's
very
human nature.
Mindful of that.
That's human nature.
He knows I got a tech. He knows that, and so the things that he's doing on the second go round isn't nowhere near as egregious as the first technical. Barking in somebody's ear does not call for you to be ejected from a game. Closing out someone on a three-point attempt and falling down on them and getting a foul as your legs flop on them and you are, you long dude, big old legs, land on top of a dude. What was he supposed to do? He was supposed to all of a sudden jump up. He's on the ground. So he's laying there.
I never said I thought he should be ejected from the game.
No, I know.
I'm
not saying you said it. I'm just saying when you go from one technical foul, to the second technical, you're going to be ejected. So I'm saying that what is he supposed to do? Sit around and act as though, okay, I got one tech. I'm not supposed to be the same intense guy playing.
I think
I'm
there's
supposed
a
to
bigger
lose
issue
my
here.
intensity. There's no way you change your behavior as a professional athlete from what got you there.
Jay, I think, but I agree with Key along these lines. The big view to me is he had to put himself in a certain frame of mind to play a certain kind of way, right?
Absolutely.
So on the one hand, he's rationally aware. Look, the refs aren't looking to throw someone out, right? So that'll be my baseline in terms of allowing me to play my game, be aggressive, and not worry about that. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But I think he's saying that better to take that risk and play the way I know I have to play than have that in my mind.
But,
so look, Jay.
But hold on, let me say something real quick off this. I have a very high basketball IQ. Like, two things can be true at the same time. I know that's my line. I've been saying the key since the beginning of the show. There are many times in a game I lose myself in that energy of being competitive with somebody.
Me too.
Somebody's barking with me.
Oh, sorry.
It happens. I lose myself in it.
Yeah.
So I hear what you guys are saying. I'm not asking Draymond to change the way he plays, but for you guys to sit up and say, I'm talking about he has to become more aware. If you get hit with a tech, that your margin of error is way slimmer. Because if somebody baits you and gets you, LeBron James,
this is why. Well, Key, this is a good
Somebody
point.
baits you now.
Key,
if you lose yourself in that moment, your lack of awareness can hurt your team.
This is a good point.
That's all I'm
I've
saying.
always said the difference when people are like, well, and when I say, Kyrie and Kevin Love were injured in 2000. Well, yeah, well, in 15, and otherwise they would have won. Yeah, but if Draymond doesn't get tossed, the bottom line is when you have a player like Draymond, the whole thing is he's going to walk up to the line. Can he stay on the right side of the line?
There you go.
LeBron was wise enough and savvy enough to bait him in and get him to cross the line. Now,
but you're also talking about Draymond Green from 8 years ago,
right,
man.
Right.
I mean, let's use the right context when you're speaking about a guy who is a veteran player at another level now.
1,000%.
And so we're not talking about a young Draymond Green that was coming into the league trying to make a name for himself. His name is already made, huh?
Why are you saying, huh?
Who? What?
I got like 10,000 people in my ear, but whatever.
I was like, wait, huh? What?
Yeah, because it sounded like somebody said something. I just want to make sure I'm not hearing ghosts.
I think that's a good point. He's a more experienced player now, Jay, who has it, even if it's not exactly in the front of his mind, he has a feel for, I can do this and get away with this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, until he gets tossed, right? Yeah. Draymond has 4 technical fouls in 18 games this postseason. In the playoffs, a player receives a warning once they amass 5 technical fouls. If they reach 7, it becomes an automatic 1-game suspension, as we recall from 2016, plus a $5,000 fine. Game 3 of the NBA Finals is tomorrow night on ABC and ESPN Radio. It's also the hot ticket brought to you by Vivid Seats, where you earn rewards with every purchase. Vivid Seats Rewards is your ticket to more tickets. Vivid Seats, life happens live. The defending champs have their best player back in the mix. He tells you what it means now.